You can now slowly try to come into a normal consciousness. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please rub your hands together and place them on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can now slowly open your eyes, my dear friends. If you wish, you can switch on your videos just for a bit. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful meditation, my dear friends. Today is full moon day, and these 5 days are beautiful, simply beautiful. The full moon day itself and the 2 days before and the 2 days after are beautiful days for us to meditate and to get that amazing cosmic energy. And as promised, my dear friends, I'm here in front of you to share a small chapter written on full moons, my dear friends. And I really wanted to share this with you so that we understand the importance of full moon and what exactly should we be doing during the full moons. And the material is right in front of me, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read it out. So I'm just going to read it out, and this is a Swadhyaya session. Swadhyaya means self-study. You're going to study about ourselves. So I'm ready when you are. So if you want, you can take a pen and a paper, and maybe you can jot down the important points that you might think will be, useful to you. In that way, it's a win-win situation. Full moon, my dear friends. Full moon. It's such a beautiful time to meditate. Patriji always used to give lots and lots of importance to full moon meditation. Every Paurnima or every new moon or every Amavasya, what they say, is a very good time to meditate. We relate to the sun and the moon so much that they are part of us. So I have this material in front of me. I'm just going to read it out now. I'm going to give a lot of space and all right. So the question, it starts with a question. The material starts with a question saying, why should we celebrate full moons? Why? Why should we celebrate full moons? We are told that the exact moment of the full moon, when the sun shines its rays on the moon in the maximum degree, the moon's influence on the earth is at its lowest. And as a result, cosmic currents bringing inspiration, impressions, and revelations are able to reach the earth more directly. These cosmic currents accumulate around the sun, and the sun focuses them on the solar system. At the Earth's full moon time, the sun is better able to transmit these currents and uplifting energies to the earth. And at this moment, my dear friends, the disciples of the world can contact these energies, absorb them in their centers, and later distribute them in their activities. And we are feeling the traditional dates of the sun entering into various constellations, but we must be kept aware that these dates and constellations are in the process of change. And further information about these changes will be given soon. And in order to take the advantage of the full moon opportunity, we need to prepare ourselves. How do we prepare ourselves? We prepare ourselves for the full moon for 5 days. The 2 days before the full moon are called the days of preparation. The full moon day itself is called the day of contact. And the 2 days after the full moon are called the days of radiation. So the preparation for the full moon is physical, emotional, and mental. And in a sense, we are like an electric wire that will be connected to a tremendous powerhouse of energies at the time of the full moon. And the wire needs to be clean and conductive to have a purified nature. I'm sure all of you must remember the tri-body detox program that we have done, wherein we have done the purification process. If some of you have not attended the program, please make sure that you attend that program the next time. We will keep doing it again and again and again. So, yeah. And so that when the switch is turned on, the wire does not overheat or become damaged. Only a nature that is healthy, clean, and strong can carry the current of high-powered energy to all the parts of your house, which is to your organs, your nervous and glandular systems, and your etheric, emotional, and mental centers. The physical body can be prepared during the days of preparation by proper rest. Rest is essential for the etheric centers and the nervous system. And while you rest, many poisons that have accumulated in your physical and etheric systems are eliminated. In addition to resting the physical body, it is also recommended to rest one's sexual activity during the 5-day period of the full moon. And the reserved sexual energy will charge and energize the cells, brain, and the nervous system. And we're also advised not to drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, or use any kinds of drugs during this time. And such substances reduce the sensitivity of the physical mechanism. And in order to absorb and radiate the currents of inspiration from the full moon time, the physical body must be sensitive and free from any poisons. And that is the physical preparation. Now there is also emotional preparation. Our goal is to make the emotional body a pure conductor of cosmic energies. If the emotional nature is not pure and sensitive, it distorts the incoming energies and creates disturbances in our lives. And a question arises here. What are the emotions that we need to eliminate from our emotional body? Many have this question. They are fear, anger, hatred, jealousy, revenge, and desire. And all desires result from an attachment to a form rather than to the life within the form. I repeat this sentence. All desires result from an attachment to a form rather than to the life within the form. And that is what is called emotional preparation. And of course, you cannot eliminate all the disturbing elements from your nature at once. But year after year, if you're persistent, eventually you will conquer and eliminate them. You will start to feel that you are assimilating some kind of energy in your emotional system that is expanding and uplifting your consciousness, making you inclusive and universal. And next, we have the preparation of the mental nature. The first thing you must do is to try to eliminate your showing off. and vanity. Vanity means to think that you are someone outstanding when you are not. To think that you have many talents when you have only one or none at all. Or to think you can do everything when in fact you can only do a few things. Vanity is an attitude of inflated self-importance in which you fall in love with yourself, your personality nature. Vanity means to be attached to your shell instead of your real self. Vanity means to be attached to your shell instead of to your real self. And you must overcome your sense of self-importance without losing your true identity. I wanted to give you some time on that. You must overcome your sense of self-importance without losing your true identity. You can do this by cultivating the idea that you are a child of the Almighty One, along with many billions and trillions of other such children. Then you will begin to realize that you are not really so important, but there is one important thing, the universal self in which we are all little cells. And if this concept penetrates into your soul, your whole life will change. Why must such disturbing traits be eliminated from your nature? You might want to ask. If they are not eliminated, every time you receive a higher energy, it will stimulate your negative traits. Stimulation happens, re-stimulation happens, my dear friends. And if you have seeds of weeds in your flower garden, the water and the sunlight make them sprout and grow, sometimes faster than the flowers grow. I would like to repeat that sentence. If you have seeds of weeds, weeds are waste plants, okay? In your flower garden, the water and the sunlight make them sprout and grow, sometimes faster than the flowers grow. What is the sunlight? That is the cosmic energy. So that is why we need to do the elimination process. That is very important. And what are the contacts you can have at the full moon? A contact can be a breakthrough in your nature. We have done the preparation part, my dear friends, and now we are in the contact period. Today is the contact period. Tonight is the contact period. So a contact can be a breakthrough in your nature. It can be a contact with your higher self, with a vision within you, or a future within you. Contact with the higher self, my dear friends, within you. And the future you is beyond what you now call yourself. Maybe the contact will be with your soul, with your master, with your ashram, with a cosmic energy or a cosmic being. You can come in contact with the hierarchy. You can contact the Christ, any master or anyone you really love. Contact. What does contact mean? Contact means to go beyond yourself. To go beyond yourself. And the exact moment of the full moon is a very, very, very sacred moment. At the full moon time, you must take a retreat to the secret chamber within and say, I want to contact you. I am looking for you. Where are you? You can have that higher contact. You may feel an electrical charge in your body that will cause a change in your nature. And then when you return to your home or office, you will see things in a different light, from a different perspective. When that contact really happens, if you think that you have actually contacted the higher centers, the higher realms, then your perspective changes. If your perspective hasn't changed yet, that means you have not yet contacted the higher centers. As simple as that. And things will not bother you as much anymore. And you will not take things so personally. We have the habit of taking everything personally. Oh, they're talking about me. They said this to me. And as the charging process increases, full moon after full moon, you will develop a holistic approach to life and all events. You will develop a very sharp intuition. People will no longer be able to deceive you. People will no longer be able to deceive you. Underline this point, please. And you will become a source of freedom and goodness for other people. And there's one more question here. What will you do with these higher energies that you receive at the full moon time? What should I do with these energies? On the first and second days after the full moon, you must radiate these energies to your surroundings. Radiation, my dear friends. The next 2 days will be radiation. So you need to radiate these energies to your surroundings. And you will do this with utmost solemnity and love, spreading these energies through your thoughts, through your sincere, honest, clear thoughts. You must send peace, beauty, harmony, and unity everywhere. Proclaiming through your thoughts that we are all human beings and we want to live together in goodwill on this planet. You must broadcast these thoughts as if you were working in a broadcasting station. Then you must talk about these beautiful concepts. If you're a writer or a musician, you must emphasize them in your work that day. When you meet people, you must bring these ideas to them through a joy or a smile, or when you say something about how it is possible to create a world harmony in which everyone can enjoy living on earth. And if you do these things, you will become a charged center of uplifting energies during these 2 days. Can you please observe yourself tomorrow and day after? What are you exactly doing? How are you feeling inside? Did your perspective change on a few things? How are you radiating these energies outside? And if you do the necessary preparation, you will be able to control these energies. Express them creatively and not become overwhelmed or distorted by them. That is why these 5 days are very important, my dear friends. Preparation is a process of opening your higher centers and controlling your lower centers. Preparation is a process of opening your higher centers and controlling your lower centers. And during the time of preparation, you will turn off the lower centers so that they do not receive energy. Please underline the statement. During the time of preparation, you will turn off the lower centers so that they do not receive the energy. For example, you can close your solar plexus by avoiding gossip, criticism, unnecessary talking, and slander. I'll repeat. You can close your solar plexus by avoiding gossip, criticism, unnecessary talking, and slander. You can also close the center by raising the solar plexus energy into the heart center. Solar plexus emotionality must become lovingness. lovingness. And the real love of the heart center is the pure understanding of the intuition. And in addition, you can raise the energy of the sex center through to the throat center, which is the center of creativity. And try to avoid sexual relations for the 5 days of the full moon period. Why should this be impossible? How will you ever be able to use universal and cosmic energies if you cannot close even a few faucets in your body for a little while? Why not? And if people do not prepare themselves, the incoming energies overstimulate them. And then when the energies come, they say and do stupid things. They drive recklessly. They cry or laugh for no reason. They become angry and make poor decisions. And they do not know why. We don't know why. What is happening with us? And it is also known that more crimes are committed during the full moon time than at any other time of the month. And studies show that at psychiatric hospitals, patients become more disturbed at this time. This is because the energies are too much for them to handle and they cannot control the extra stimulation. We participate in the full moon period not to become unbalanced, but to go through a purification process every month. And after the purification process, we become better able to radiate light and love to others. We also realize that we must become more responsible in our lives. This is the greatest achievement. If you can make someone a person of responsibility so that he cares for the planet, for human life, and for the future of our children, both you and he or she have had a tremendous breakthrough. Do you know what you are leaving to your children? That question is written in this content, in this book, in this chapter. Do you know what you are leaving to your children? Of course, it is a joy to have children, but what are you leaving them? A polluted planet, polluted air, water, and earth, increasing numbers of nuclear weapons and radioactivity. Why are we giving our children such a terrible inheritance? It is because scientists and politicians did not think in terms of the future, because of our leaders were not purified enough to think about the future. What is going to happen to our children 100 years from now? Will they be able to clean this planet? Of course, you want to earn a good living and be respected, isn't it? But for what? What difference will these things make if you do not live a life that is really beautiful? This is why we emphasize the full moon opportunity. The full moon is a period in which you can come to your senses. Every full moon is a period of opportunity in which you can come to your senses. We all can come to our senses. Observing the full moon period is not a religion or a cult practice, but a science. It is a science of energies. The great sages knew this science. The great ones were wise enough to utilize the seasons and the cycles of energy in order to achieve personal transmutation and transformation and to transmit higher energies to this world. And if we adjust ourselves to the cycles and the seasons of the greater universe, we will create harmony between ourselves and the universe. So that is all, my dear friends. There's so much more to share that we need to observe these 5 days. Observation is very, very, very important. When someone says to you, today there is an opportunity for you to cross this mountain, but a few days later the snow is coming and then you will not be able to pass. Can you understand that feeling? You could be stupid. You would be stupid not to do that. Someone else may say, if you buy this land now and sell it in 3 years, you can make 3 times more money. But if you lose this opportunity, you will lose the money. And someone tells you that you have a flat tire, so you must not drive. If you do not listen, you may meet with an accident. All these words are warnings about making the most of situations and opportunities. We can take exactly the same advice at the full moon. Full moons are like real estate or bank accounts. And if you do not take the opportunity of the full moons, you lose greater contacts with the universe and greater contacts with your own soul. And you miss new breakthroughs towards the cosmos. And what is the phenomenon of the full moon? When the sun hits the face of the moon that is turned towards us and totally illuminates that face, we call that a full moon. When the earth moves and covers the face of the moon, we say we are going toward the new moon. When the sun slowly sheds light and floods the moon with its light, it prevents the moon's radiation from reaching us. The moon has radiation, but its radiation is astral. A master says that the etheric body of the moon has already disappeared and only its astral body remains. And because of this, the moon tremendously influences human emotions. And when the sun hits the moon and pushes back all that astral radiation, we are left alone to come to our senses and listen to our inner suggestions. And the rays of the sun obliterate the radiation of the moon and neutralize it. And as we move from the full moon to the new moon, we are involved in more earthbound activities. Our 3 lower bodies are called lunar bodies. And when the rays of the sun hit the moon less and less, the moon affects the personality vehicles more and striving towards the light becomes difficult. I'd like to repeat the sentence. When the rays of the sun hit the moon lesser and lesser and lesser, the moon affects the personality vehicles more, and striving towards the light becomes difficult. It is a super scientific method to observe the full moon. Observation means to take the opportunity at the full moon time and do the necessary things to expand our consciousness, to gain control over your body, and eventually to release the light within you. I'd like to repeat, as we are almost coming to the end of the session, it is a super scientific method to observe the full moon. And what is observation? Observation means to take the opportunity at the full moon time and do the necessary things to expand your consciousness, to gain control over your body, and eventually release the light within you, my dear friends. At the full moon time, which lasts only 12 hours, all of the hierarchy sit down for meditation. The entire higher world sits down for meditation. This means that they radiate towards humanity a great energy of concepts, ideas, thought forms, love, and wisdom. They radiate their light, love, and power towards humanity so that they may help humanity disperse mental, emotional, and physical pollutions. Their energy, their love is like fire, which annihilates all the pollutions. And at the full moon time, hierarchy is thus doing a great service for humanity. A second thing happens at the full moon. The inner guide or the angel within you, the transpersonal self, tries to do the same thing the hierarchy is doing. The inner guide or the angel within you, the transpersonal self that it is, tries to do the same thing the hierarchy is doing. It radiates its love, light, and energy to the personality and to the human soul. If you catch this opportunity and listen with great expectation to what your inner transpersonal self is giving to you, you will enrich your life and expand your consciousness with love, light, and energy. That is the second thing that happens, my dear friends. Catch the opportunity. And the third thing that happens at every full moon is that the one who is watching you, whether it is your teacher, your master, Christ, or any great one, sends a line of love to you so that you are attracted to him more closely. And if you can catch this cable and hold on to it, you have a hope to live. It is at the full moon time that the watchful eye may contact you. If you are magnetic enough and ready enough. That is all for today, my dear friends. We need to give small doses of knowledge to you so that you can assimilate them. Nevertheless, this program is going live on PMC English, and whoever have not subscribed to PMC English, please do. This program will be on PMC English, and if you want to go through the subject again and again and again, you have to watch this video again and again. Thank you so much, my dear friends. And if any of you wants to share their experiences, you're more than welcome to do so. Right. I understand you're thinking a lot about the full moon thing. So it has taken over your thoughts and feelings and intuition and everything. Yes, Shanu. Okay.
Hi, thank you so much, Parinitaji. Thank you for beautiful meditation. And I think this is the first time I'm learning so much about the importance. I knew, it is important, but, the details are so beautiful today. So I want to thank you so much. And my one question was like the last sentence that you said about the higher selves. They may try to contact you if you are like magnetic or ready enough. So since we are here with you today, so you think like, we were ready enough to receive this message?
Shanu, that's a very innocent question. That's all right. But then each to its own, each to its own. So for me, it's my different experience. For you, it's a different experience because we all are on different levels of readiness. Yeah. So we are on a different levels of readiness, and Yeah, sometimes we attract those energies, sometimes we don't. But it again depends from person to person as to how things are happening to you compared to the other person. But nevertheless, we do not compare that way. So all we need to do is to work on ourselves to understand how prepared we are in the full moon times and new moon times, so that we can understand more and more about the full moon and the new moons. So this particular subject is only about the full moon. New moon is again a different subject. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anu, for coming back. Thank you. Yes. Okay, Shobha.
Hi,
Hi.
absolutely great meditation actually. I really felt so much experiences during the full moon days. Previously, previous in full moon session, I had gone through so much emotional healing, and today also ex- I had a beautiful experience. I'm going through many physical issues, so it feels that I get healed a lot today. So yes, these experiences are very true to me, that on full moon day it really happens something. So, and two of my karma, I think that resolved immediately. I just messaged my friend that I had done something yesterday, and I just messaged him, and it feels inside that my karma has dissolved today. And one more negative thing was totally removed. So I'm feeling so much healed. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Wow. I feel so good to hear all these experiences. Thank you so much for sharing, Shobha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Garima Sharma.
A very good evening.
Good evening.
I'm trying to say that I have done this full moon meditation after a long time. I have understand this feeling that I am feeling good by doing this and removing all my negative thoughts, all my negative thinkings by doing this.
Mhm.
I am now I'm being so quiet while doing this meditation, and I am trying to remove myself from that by thinking a negative thought that I can't do that things, by listening your contract period of that Purnima ones, and that how we can deserve ourselves with how we can't deserve ourselves with others,
How we can
how we can deserve.
deserve?
Yes,
How we can deserve others?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that again, it's a very generic question, but again, as I said, it depends from person to person.
Yes, ma'am.
Because there is a karmic connection, there is a free will thing, and there is a law of attraction. Three things are working together. Then that's why we do not know which one is working for you.
Ma'am, then how it can be a law of attraction? I can't understand that law of attraction once.
Okay. For example, okay. Right now, I have gossiped about Shanu.
Yes,
So then what am I attracting now?
that law,
Yeah, what am I attracting?
that attraction with.
Yeah, I'm attracting the same thing about me.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is a law of attraction. And when you keep thinking about something too much, you attract that.
Okay, ma'am.
Whatever it is, negative, positive, it doesn't matter. Energy is energy. Whatever you give your energy most to, you are attracting that into your life.
Okay. Now
Yeah. For example, if I say that, oh, I'm going on the road, I'll meet with an accident. I'll meet with an accident. I'll meet with an accident. Oh, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. I might hit something. You will hit something. That's what you have attracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
When the people is trying to say that my subject has been not clear, suppose I'm trying to say by the example, I have not cleared BST, then how I can attract myself that I can clear that subject?
You want to clear the subject. Like what?
like my BST is not now I have getting 2 years stuck in my business studies exam. I
Okay.
trying to clear that subject in April or May. The exam will be start from.
I have clearly no idea of how to do that, my dear. You have to go into your meditation and ask yourself. I would suggest try to purify yourself first, and then you will come in contact with your real self, and then you will be able to find the right solution to your answers, because a great person said that a problem can never be solved at the level that it has been created in. That's why you have to go upper.
Yes, ma'am.
So please continue your meditation and don't try to search for solution. Sorry.
Ma'am, I try to do that so many times that the conclusion can be solved many times, several times, but it's not getting problem is not getting solved.
I have no answer for that, madam. I really have no answer, because you have to find out for yourself in your meditation.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So some things can't be answered by others. You have to find it for yourself, dear. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for joining me in this meditation. There was a technical glitch or something happened in the initial time that we had to restart the program. So thank you for bearing with us on that. And my dear friends, please keep doing meditation. Please keep purifying yourself and be the person that you really truly are. Whether you're in meditation or outside of meditation, just be yourself. Be your real self that you are. And prepare yourself the first 2 days. Get in contact with the higher energies on the full moon day, and then radiate it everywhere. That's all the messages for today. Thank you so much. Take care and namaste.